With using Storm, you will have an open source agentic framework for doing research on live internet data and generate a report out of your desired topic. But this time, there are multiple agents defined for you to iteratively ask questions about your topic, get the response back from internet, and let you also as a moderator come in to shift the direction of research while it is generating the report for you, all based on open source capabilities. Then, let's go!
Before we start, make sure you subscribe and hit the bell icon so you will get notified for the next video. Thank you. Alright, welcome to Storm. Let's see what is a Storm and how it can be helpful for our applications. Well, we already talked a lot from different aspects of how we can have research engines that they utilize the power of LLM through internet data to come up with a research report out of any desired topic that we have, which Storm technically doing the same but in a very different approach, and I believe it's very promising. So Storm stands for synthesis of topic outlines through retrieval and a multi-perspective question asking. Well, that's not that clear, to be honest. So let's dig in to see what's the difference of a Storm compared to other LLM-based research assistants. So technically what a Storm does, it's take this research application in a window of agentic framework. That means instead of just asking you a question and sending it to internet search API to get some data back, give it to LLM and LLM generate a report for you, it does totally different approach. So first they have pre-writing stage. That means instead of just grabbing your topic and search internet, the LLM here on backend will start to get familiar with the topic that you ask. Yes, LLM might already have the knowledge of the topic that you're asking, but it's going to still do a search on internet to see what research questions needed to be asked, to send it to your internet API and to get the response back. And there is another agent that technically check out the answer and start ask a follow-up question to the research agent to get more data from internet. So this iterative agentic approach can continue until you have a full-length article in hand. So they do have two versions, Storm and Co-Storm. So Storm is, and both of them are technically the same, but the difference is on Co-Storm you can also have a moderator, which is another agent that try to provoke more questions to get more answers and get the report prolonged. But also you can have a human user, which is technically yourself. You can also jump in at the middle of the search process, ask any questions that will shift the topic or the trend of research to somewhere else, to your desired place. I think this picture that they have shown is a good example to sort of showcase you on a backend how Storm works. As you can see here, for example, you as a user come to ask a topic about AlphaFold, which is combination of AI and genetics, right? So on backend you'll see some agents getting created for you. You have an AI expert, you have a genetics, and you have user, which is you asking a question to shift the direction of the research somewhere else, and then the biology expert come with something with some data reference by internet, and the moderator says, oh, these are great information, by the way I want to know more about this and that. So as you can see, this is iterative approach based on your intent and human input. It can go on and on until you have a report that is cited just based on internet data, not necessary LLM knowledge. In order to give it a try, there are two ways actually. They do have this live version that I'm gonna start with that first, and then I'll show you how you can get this open source repo, enable it on your local machine and start running it. So here's their live version that is right from the GitHub repo, and let's say I want to start asking questions about recent approaches on doing RAG with LLM. Okay, and here for now they just added Bing search, but when we get the code fetch in our local machine, you can also have that integrated with different search APIs. So here it's asking me that please type here to share motivation, what you hope to achieve with your topic. I want to be updated with recent trends in the topic given with details. Sorry, I have too many typos, I need to fix that. Okay, topic and given. All right, so I can have a storm which is AI autonomous. I cannot as a user involve, but I want to go with co-storm, which I can also involve and ask questions. So I will start. And by the way, this is all free. I just logged in with my Gmail and it didn't ask me for any payment stuff, and I could able to also run this for a couple of examples. And now I want cut the video and go all the way when the research is done, so I can provide you walkthrough on the results and how it works. Alright, so as you can see on the left side, we have the mind map. It's very like Wikipedia structure of a report as you think about it. So it has the historical background, recent approaches, and as you can see, this is sort of the agenda of what my report gonna look like. So if I click on see topic background discussions, you'll see that I have a moderator and an expert. So the moderator start to ask question, okay, let's talk about proprietary data with RAG stuff, and then the discussion expert comes in with citing some information. Then the moderator asks a follow-up question. So as you can see, I have sort of all this back-end conversation, and even I can start generate to follow up on the top of this to sort of make the report even prolonged. So I can click on it to see what moderator will suggest to search for. So it's curious to know more about something that the expert found from internet, and then the knowledge provider start to answering this based on what the moderator asked about. So this was automatically generated. You can see it is searching internet with fetching all this information. I can even join as a human by myself, maybe to act as a moderator to ask a follow-up question or something that can shift the trend of research and help me to have more curated article that is based on my interest. Let's assume we are done. I don't want to continue and go further, but this is the topic. Now I can click on article. Here's my final article, which is start with historical background about RAG stuff, recent approaches with citations, and multimodal data integration, specific challenges and solutions, all the way to practical implementation. This is really good. Look at that. I have around 35 or maybe more references. And again, I can even make it longer based on what I put here or generate automatically with moderator. And if I click on show as PDF, you can see here is my research report with citations added at the end of it. So think about it, how much it can efficiently speed up your research process. You might not get the exact report you want without doing anything, but it saves a ton of time for you to have something to start and modify instead of you manually searching and finding something on internet. So now this was based on the live demo, but in order to actually quickly have that tested locally on your machine, what you need to do, just you need to clone this repository, go to the main folder of that repo, and here with using conda environment, you need to install the requirement.txt, and that's it. Alright, as you can see on the left side, I have already cloned the repository, and here I have installed the packages under requirements, which is under the same main folder store, so I'm not going to do it again. But on the right side in the code, I'm creating a folder called results. Just want to dump the results of my research here. And then here's the main part that will use Storm, which technically we need to specify a couple of models. Here I'm using OpenAI. One of them is for generating the conversation, the backend conversation, and one of them is for generating the research based on internet citations. So that's why one is cheaper model, one is more advanced model. Then you can also again set up your own search API if you want to. Here I'm using u.com. You can use SERP, Bing, whatever. They have list of connections. I'm going to show you what is supported here. And then here I'm running this cell to tell the topic that I want to research about. Again, if I just click on search, I can talk about the same thing, how to, for example, what are the recent trends on RAG, or I already actually created one for, actually let me run it again, recent trends on RAG applications. That is slightly different, but let's see how it works. So it's running. It's gonna take a while, but maybe on the results section I can show you that it suddenly created a subfolder called recent trends on RAG, which is the topic that I searched for. And if I click on it, well, nothing got generated yet because it's gonna take a while, but maybe I can show you for other search results. For example, I researched for recent approaches on detecting hallucination by LLM. As you can see, if I click on it, it gives me the conversation logs, which is the conversation between agents, similar to what I showed you on the live website. And the outline of my report, you can see it's generated here. The LLM call history, what questions was asked to LLM, and the prompts are all here. The search results, you can see there are a lot of different websites with the research contents are given back to me. The wrong config, and lastly, this is the published article generated for me in a text file. So I think it's doing the same thing. There you go for the new topic we just ran. So let me double check the recent trends on RAG application. As you can see, it is sort of, yeah, it's done in almost 1.5 minutes. Let's click on publish article, and there you go. So it's talking about a summary of recent trends on RAG applications, again backed by internet. So this is a short one. Obviously you can change that with maximum token generated with settings. For talking about settings, let me show you what else we can change here. Okay, let me scroll down. Here, for example, you can have your LLM choice. Here, Azure OpenAI or OpenAI can be used. Here, you can specify the directory of your search results, where it goes, what is your retriever or your search API. You want to do research, yes or no. You want to outline article, yes or no. These are some true, false you can specify here. And they are also augmenting list of more integrations with language models and search APIs, which I think I saw actually list of them somewhere. There you go. Here are a list of packages that they support, and they might augment that as we move forward. All right, so that was quickly about a store and a different approach on how you can do LLM supported research, which is automated, and it is in agentic approach. And I hope you find the video helpful. If yes, I would be very thankful if you click on like icon, and make sure you share your thoughts, questions on the comment sections. Thank you all.